I just recently got this true crime atlas from Barnes & Noble, and there are a ton of true crime cases in here. And each story is a short version of the case. I'm sick, it's storming outside. Let's read one. I randomly just scrolled to a page and we got the Manson murders. Pretty high profile case, but we're gonna go with it. If there were a 20th century version of the boogeyman who stalked the dreams of adults and children alike, Charles Manson would make a very good candidate. A charismatic manipulator with aspirations of becoming a rock star, in the late 1960s, Manson created his own cult of personality in Southern California, based at the Spahn Ranch, a former movie ranch. There, in the role of philosophical guru, he attracted other drifters and outsiders, including a number of young women who became his sexual servants. In July 1969, Manson killed Bernard Crowe, a drug dealer who had threatened the family. Manson's group also targeted Gary Hinman, a music teacher they believed was wealthy. When Hinman refused to join the family and turn over his money, Manson ordered Bobby Beausoleil to stab him. On the night of August 9, 1969, Manson upped the ante. He sent a group, Tex Watson, Susan Atkins, Patricia Krenwinkel, and Linda Kasabian, to 10050 Cielo Drive in Benedict Canyon with orders to kill. It had been the rental home of music producer Terry Melcher, the son of Doris Day. Melcher had met Manson through Beach Boy Dennis Wilson and had considered making a documentary about him. When both Wilson and Melcher cut ties with Manson, they angered him greatly. But Melcher had moved, and his landlord had rented out the property to Polish director Roman Polanski and his pregnant wife, actress Sharon Tate. Manson must have known this, as he entered the property in March of 1969 and actually encountered Tate briefly. She mentioned that creepy-looking guy to the landlord. Whatever his motives, Manson sent his followers to the house where they broke in and haphazardly butchered 5 people. Sharon Tate, Jay Sebring, Abigail Folger, Wojciech Frykowski, and Stephen Parent. Folger and Frykowski fought back and nearly escaped. Sharon Tate's unborn child sadly died in her womb from lack of oxygen. Manson was angry that the murders had been so chaotic that he ordered another killing the following night. The 4 members from the Tate murder, plus Manson, Leslie Van Houten, and Steve Clem Grogan, arrived at the home of supermarket executive Leno LeBlanca and his wife Rosemary. There, Manson tied up the couple, then left with Atkins, Grogan, and Kasabian. Meanwhile, Watson and the 2 girls entered the house, and Watson brutally dispatched both LeBlancas with a steel bayonet. He carved war into Leno's abdomen, and Krenwinkel wrote "Death to Pigs" and "Helter Skelter" on the kitchen wall with his blood. Manson believed the Beatles song "Helter Skelter" used secret code to predict a major American race war. The LA police took months to track down the killers. After a lot of false starts and missed clues, they finally connected the 2 August murders, and Manson and his followers were indicted. During the 9-month trial, the sardonic Manson turned the proceedings into a grim circus, appearing at one point with an X carved into his forehead. Along with Van Houten, Atkins, and Krenwinkel, he received the death penalty, which was later commuted to life in prison. Tex Watson was tried separately, and his death sentence was also commuted, which I don't agree with. Sorry. There's some pictures of Manson with his groupies. And then on the other page, there's Tex Watson, and then sadly the victims. And that is the end of that case. Until next time.